Antonio Brown is my complexion. I'm burning, sucker, so wear protection. Now who's next when Ed's flexing? I'm the bread and you are just a crumb off. Step back, relax, cause that OG's about to come off. I'm from Roxbury, the berry, but not the fruit.
What is gentrification? It is the movement of wealthier people entering neighborhoods with lower income. Development projects begin to be planned and constructed over the city that once belonged to families that spent years living in these areas. Old buildings are demolished. Families then begin to be evicted, becoming homeless in the only part of Boston their ancestors could call home. The property values rise and the character of the city is erased. People begin to move out from their homes and apartments due to higher taxes, rent, and inability to keep up with the surrounding cost of the new development projects. Residents that have been living in these areas for generations lose their homes and are forced to move to different areas, leaving behind their history and past, while never experiencing some of the beneficial changes that come to the city. Roxbury has recently become a target for gentrification. Due to redlining over the years, many African Americans were denied loans and investing in houses and properties in any other area of the city. By 1970s, the black population in Roxbury was 90%. Many African Americans migrated from the South in the 1950s in hope to find employment opportunities in the city. Many of the residents became targets of systematic oppression through segregation and different policies, like social welfare during the Reagan administration. Throughout the years, there has been activism in Roxbury, including the civil rights movement in the 1960s. There has also been many community-led organizations. The Boys and Girls Club and the YMCA, to name a few, have aided young people to become empowered academically and socially, giving young people more opportunities. There are many projects throughout Roxbury and art, such as murals all over the city, that show much of the character of the neighborhood. Roxbury is the heart of Boston. The location is close to every borough of Boston, and people have begun noticing it is only 10 minutes away from downtown. Boston has always been a city that holds many racial tensions and has been very separated for years by different races, ethnicities, cultural backgrounds, and social classes. In the 1960s, many of the children in Roxbury and Mattapan were bused into places such as South End in hope to integrate Boston schools. As a result, many white people fled South End, calling it a place of physical decline and neglect. Today, however, it is one of the most gentrified places in Boston. Families that have more economic power begin coming. Many luxury apartments have been built, and as a result, new businesses have also moved into the area. Many of the older businesses have lost their ability in staying as the price of South End rises. Many other parts of Boston are now becoming far easily more affected, including Roxbury. Property values that once were worth about $9,500 in 1970 have increased to about $500,000. Many of the people looking to buy these houses have been offering over several years lower prices to many of the owners in the area. Some of the residents that have been living on the Greenville Street have moved out, leaving many of the houses vacant. What will happen to Roxbury? Will it become another gentrified city?